Good morning, good day. Hello, how are you? My wonderful friends, followers, collective, you who has joined me this morning. Thank you for joining me. I have had an amazing morning, but even more important, right? I want to share something straight off with you. Today is the 2nd of the 5th, 2025. So 2525, I wrote in my journal 2525, and I thought, 2525, let me read what that says. So it's changes on the horizon, 2525. Embrace change and trust the journey. And I do say this to us every morning, don't I? We've got to trust in what we're being given as guidance. Life changes, adaptability, spiritual awakening, encouraging you to move forward with confidence and faith. You're on the right path, and angels are guiding you through these transformations. All right. So I think that was such a good start for me, because it went on then with more guidance that I really needed to hear. And I'm doing a lot of learning this morning about soul contracts. So really beautiful confirmations. First thing this morning, the minute I started my day, I opened my journal to say good morning, and that was what jumped out at me. So let's see what Spirit is guiding us with today. It's Friday. Woohoo! Long week. I bet lots have been happening, but good stuff. Fabulous. For me, I've had a little bit of a blips and a few triggers and a few things to really have to consider, and I'm okay with that. I'm absolutely beautiful. At the end of the week, I'm here, and it's such a lovely day. And so we're going to start and see what Spirit wants us to know. Now, let's ask, what is our guidance for the weekend? Let's ask Spirit, what is our guidance for the weekend? So I'm going to pick up the energy cards. Beautiful energy cards, and every time I touch them I have this massive breath. I don't know if you've noticed, but the energy on these cards are incredible. So Spirit, please give us guidance for our next 3 days, for our weekend, for our days ahead. For the weekend, what is it that me and my beautiful collective, what is it that we need to know? And this person is watching that needs to know. Okay, attachment. Now it has come out in reverse, attachment in reverse. And I think that is incredibly good for me this morning, because there is a reading that I do with White Feather Tarot on YouTube. She's absolutely amazing. She was talking about what it is that is coming for my destiny. And one of the things that was coming out, you pick a card, what have you, anyway. But for me, it's about this attachment, and I've always been the sort of person that, if I've got something, you hold on to old clothes, don't you? You hold on to old things. You all hold on to people. You all hold on to where you are working. It's that attachment thing. And what is it that makes you attached like that? Is it the fact that you are worrying about you? Is there fear of going into the unknown? Do you have to find your courage, your bravery, all of these things that you work on in your inner work to do with that, and getting rid of attachment. If you can practice that law of detachment, Deepak Chopra's 7 spiritual laws, the law of detachment, you are literally on the 6th law of spiritual success. So it's not about giving up on things. That's not what it's about, and that would be your ego telling you that. So we've got this card that has come out now in reverse, and it is number 5. And 5, as you know, is all about transformation. And what have I just read you? 2525, all about change. So we have got something that is coming up for us that we need to really focus in on over this weekend, possibly in the next 48 hours, let's say. We've got this situation that we possibly could be. It could be really small, it could be something much bigger. But anyway, this card reverse is a wonderful indicator that an old negative passion passion. Where did that come from? Thank you. Pattern, relationship, or desperate attitude is being released. It could be a passion, and that passion could have not been serving you, and you're thinking, I've got to hold on to it. No, things change. You know, even when you initially started something 5-10 years ago, now it can change. You can let go of that pattern or the passion. As you continue to let go, you will be able to establish new ways of doing things and relating to others. Very true. What did I say? I had a couple of triggers this week that came up again, and how I was relating, responding, what I needed to do. And I've shared that with you guys. So the universe wants you to congratulate you on your healthy new approach, but be sure to support the changes you're making in your ongoing choices. Some patterns can be deeply encoded, and you may need to continue releasing the old habits, all the while honoring the new decisions in your thoughts, actions, and interactions with others. You've broken the chains, and now you can walk away from the limiting attachments into a bright and unlimited future. So transforming, new change, new things. We've let go of those old patterns, haven't we? Let's do that. I'm being called to pull one of the animal cards out, which is really interesting. They don't normally want me in the mornings, but we've had a couple of this week, haven't we? So this is interesting. So my dear animal cards, what is it that you would like to tell us for our 48 hours as well? Spirits, what is it? What is it here? This is very, very specific, actually. It's a lot of shuffling. That's very interesting. Yeah. Okay. Hyena. Hyena. Wow. That is specific. Of course, I don't have the book. Hold on. All right. So, got my book. Are you ready? Hyena. Humor, wit, sarcasm. The hyena personality is a jokester and crowd pleaser, but below the surface there are unfulfilled dreams to be realized. When the hyena card appears, it's time to reflect on your reliance on sarcasm and humor to express your truth. I honestly used to do that quite a bit. I don't know if I still do. I think sometimes. Are you using jokes to hide old resentments in relationships, or to mask things that you feel uncomfortable discussing? What would happen if you took your goals seriously? So when in balance, charming, witty, fun to be around. When out of balance, scrappy, petty, suspicious. And to bring into balance, sobriety. And that is on page 122. Which adds up to 5. So interesting. Very interesting. Let's leave her there for a minute. Okay, angels. Next 48 hours. Let's see. We're getting this wonderful guidance. Being congratulated. Now, there's quite a few that have three. Yeah, 3. All right, so Celeste, a happy move to a new home or place of employment is in the works. This movement will usher in positive new energy. Ariel, new psychic and spiritual experiences are changing the way you view the world and yourself. Allow your spiritual gifts to open through study, prayer, meditation. 100%, that's what I'm doing today, so that's really interesting. And it is safe for you to be powerful from Athena. You know how to be powerful in a loving way that benefits others as well as yourself. So 3 beautiful cards. Beautiful. Look at this move. This movement will usher in positive new energy. I feel like it's because of this attachment being detached. Getting rid of those old negative thoughts, patterns, ways of being, believing and trusting in your journey, 2525. So that's really lovely. And the hyena. Very interesting. Yes, let's take off that mask. Let's not cover up anymore. Let's speak our truth. Let's step forward. You know, you don't have to always be that witty person. You can take a little bit of a breath to that. But let's see what our intuitive whisper cards are telling us as well today. Intuitive whispers. We're going to go through a part 2 today. I can feel it. Look at us. Okay, come on. Let's have one card before that timer runs out, please, Spirit. Very specific today. Oh, okay. Split your focus. Remember, this is the 70-30 split. And of course, remember here, this dark and light, looking at our shadows, going into the light, knowing we can.